Utah's no longer on the floor. The Thunder are no longer on its bench. The officials have gone back to the locker room. The fans here in the arena don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. And so as soon as we get any kind of information, we will certainly pass it along.
The game tonight has been postponed. You are all safe. And take your time in leaving the arena tonight and do so in an orderly fashion. Thank you for coming out tonight.
NBA is suspending the season. I say that understanding that as we speak, the game in Dallas is continuing.
Yeah, Scott, right now, the game is continuing. There was a conference amongst officials during this last time out, but the action continues at least for now. These games tonight are going to finish, and then that's where the hiatus will start.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Listen Up Sports, your destination for in-depth discussion and analysis, as well as the fun side of sports in general. It's an action-packed NBA reopening special today. Plenty of events have happened since our last recording. Lots to touch on to today. NFL Top 100, reopening of the transfer window, historical new education policy in the biggest democracy in the world. But it's only righteous to start in Orlando at the NBA bubble. As always, I have with me on the show, lukewarm looking nugget, Avinasa. Let me just set the scene here, Avi. The rise of Bol Bol is a perfect example of what a restart can do to someone's confidence.
Yeah, I mean, Bol Bol, man, I think he's going to be the rookie of the year next year.
Does that correlate to Ben Simmons?
Yeah, I mean, it's a similar situation to Ben Simmons when he got into the league. And I think NBA just announced that these players are, eligible for the next year rookie of the year. So I'm putting my money on Bol Bol to be the rookie of the year.
While Bol Bol has taken the NBA scrimmages by storm, jury is still out on him when it comes to getting the rotational minutes, let alone a starting role. Do you think he'll get any rotational minutes?
Oh, of course. I mean, he has to get some rotational minutes, especially when we play against teams like, the Rockets, which are generally filled with small guys. So I'm looking forward to Bol Bol absolutely torching James Harden in the post.
I say that because Denver Nuggets are one of the contenders this year, and they have to take each game seriously. And when you mentioned Houston Rockets, they play small ball, so it's going to be hard for Bol Bol to defend. So I don't think he'll get too many minutes against those small ball teams.
I mean, you can look at it the other way. Just because they have a small teams, he should be getting more minutes, not because of the Houston Rockets offense, but also you can take an account that Nuggets got a good, solid, big man team with Jokic and Plumlee and Bol Bol.
That's true. As you are recording, the project restart has already started, and the New Orleans Pelicans have a thin lead in fourth quarter against the Utah Jazz. A single possession game, Zion is already in double digits. The second of the doubleheader is the clash of the Los Angeles sides, Clippers and Lakers. We'll touch onto that later, but first, to our listeners who are not aware of the timeline of the restart, this is how it goes. There are 22 teams, 13 from the West and 9 from East. Each team will play 8 more regular season games called seeding games. If the 8th team is ahead by less than 5 games, play-in tournament is scheduled. Best of 2 games will be played if the 8th seed wins the first, and they go through. First round of the playoffs begin on 17th of August, which is just like a couple of weeks away. The NBA Finals is slated to begin on September 30th and will finish no later than October 12th. Next season will begin sometime in December. So, Avinash, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you and why 11?
I mean, how excited I am, dude. It feels like a Super Bowl week to me. I mean, 140 days ago feels like years that we saw a basketball game last time. And since then, man, I mean, we've been through some dark times, man, watching players play NBA 2K on their damn TV. I mean, The Last Dance came in and saved maybe a month of actual basketball content. But, I mean, huge kudos to sports, man. The Premier League really paved the way. And baseball only reminded me that how boring that game is. even though I've already lost like ton of money and my liver is filled with booze, but I'm glad that we have an actual sports back on TV.
And what a game to restart NBA with. We got a tight affair right now. Just over 7 minutes to go. Single possession game.
Oh no, Pelicans are leading 96-89 right now. But come on, Mike Conley, I need 5 assists from you.
Looks like my TV is behind right now. This was a single possession. Anyways, a big game later on. We're really excited for that. So although the games start today or have started today, we've had a week of scrimmages and games to prepare for the teams as well as us fans. Did you really watch most of these games or just the highlights, or what's your impression?
I did not watch a single full game, but like I said, I did watch a couple of highlights of here and there. But I think overall, the overall impression looks good to me. They took ideas from Premier League, by putting some sounds in the scrimmage game. The overall setup just looks like a scene out of NBA 2K.
Doesn't it feel weird seeing all these TVs where like fans are fans are cheering them on and fake noises?
Absolutely. The fan section, where they put out the TV with, like we did in the Premier League. But this one feels a little lively because, the boards are so close to the players and the crowd noise. And also the plays from Bol, man. I mean, he lit up the scrimmage, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he was probably the MVP of the scrimmages, wasn't he?
Yeah, as a Nuggets fan, I'm so excited, man, to watch him play.
Yeah, I'm genuinely happy for the dude as well. So high. He was so highly regarded, but then again, he wasn't picked that high in the draft. Talking about which, we're becoming general managers for today.
Oh, you mean the draft?
Yep,
I'm looking forward to it.
very much so. Do you just want to get it out of the way, or just wait till later?
We can do it right now.
So we are definitely becoming general managers for today. That's up next. But as always, the trivia is here. Are we ready, Avi?
Yep, I think I'm 2-1, right, against the spread.
So you're 1-2. In NBA history, this is a historical question. I mean, I don't expect a lot of fans to know this.
Well, why don't you pick a question that can be, interesting for someone of age group like us? I mean, don't pick something out of your era, man.
Trust me, this should be interesting because, especially with the 3-pointers and stuff, team galloping with leads ahead in the era of Golden State, this would be an interesting question. The highest margin of victory in an NBA game is 68. We really expect it to be around this century or this era, don't we? But it was back in the year of 1991. So now the question is, so which team holds this record?
The losing record or the winning record?
The winning record.
1991, so that's like 3 years before I was born, but yeah, I'll take a hint.
So this team is from the East. Cut your choices into half.
Yep, great. I mean, all right, I'm just going to go with 1991. So that time it was probably 76ers.
We'll find out later in the show.
Ja Morant said that the NBA play-in format for the last playoff spot is unfair to the Memphis Grizzlies.
Come on, man. Just play your socks off. Why complain?
Lamar Jackson, the reigning NFL MVP, captured the top spot in the NFL Network's top 100 players of 2020. Russell Wilson was placed second. Aaron Donald was third. Meanwhile, Patrick Mahomes was placed number 4th.
Ridiculous, man. Aaron Donald should be the number 1.
Or Mahomes. And finally, if everyone on the earth was to compete in the global game of rock, paper, scissors, the winner will only have to play 32 times.
I think it's perfect time for rock, paper, scissors because we need one of us to start.
For the draft?
Yes.
All right, go ahead. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, so Prozul won the first lottery, so he's going to go first.
As always. Can't afford to lose against Avi.
It's just a lottery, man.
So I'm going to go with who else but the MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I mean, it was going to be the obvious choice anyway. So I'm going to go with, now it's either between LeBron and Kawhi. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go with Kawhi Leonard.
What?
Yep.
Did you really just Kawhi over the GOAT. At least to some. Man, that's insane. So I'm gonna pick LeBron, of course. Not gonna miss him.
So for my second pick, I'm going to pick Anthony Davis.
That's a good choice. I'm gonna go with Zion Williamson.
You're going to go with Zion Williamson.
See.
All right, Zion Williamson. All right, I just wanted to make sure you said Zion Williamson for a draft in this bubble. All right. So since you got LeBron, Giannis, and Zion, who are all basically same position players,
That's okay. I'm gonna play Zion in the center.
I'm going to go with Luka Doncic for my point guard.
Oh shoot! I missed the trick. So I'm gonna go with James Harden.
Okay, for shooting guard, James Harden. All right. For my shooting guard, I'm going to go with. Oh no, I think I'm going to go center this time. Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid. Oh, that's a good choice. I would end my team with. I'm gonna go with Dame time as
So
my
you
point
gonna-
guard.
Wait, hold on. Who did you pick in the fourth? Oh, you picked 3 power forward. All right. All right. So for my shooting guard, I'm going to go with Paul George, of course. That would complete my team with Luka Doncic, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, and Joel Embiid. And now we got to pick our bench player.
Our 6-man. For my 6-man, I would probably go with. Who do I go with? Let's just go with Ben Simmons.
I'm going to go with Bol Bol. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to go with Russell Westbrook.
So my starting 5 is James Harden, Damian Lillard, LeBron, Giannis, Zion, and 6-man is Ben Simmons. I think my team will win.
I mean, these are all hypothetical, but yeah.
So we'll let our listeners decide who gets the edge.
Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher Joe Kelly was suspended 8 games for his actions against Houston Astros. Meanwhile, not a single player from Astros were suspending for a cheating scandal last season.
8 games. That resonates to 22 games in a regular season. That's just crazy.
Mm-hmm. Saudi Arabia Group has withdrawn its bid to buy English Premier League club Newcastle after the process was stalled by concern about piracy by the kingdom and the human rights complaints.
I knew that was gonna happen because see, Mike Ashley, the Newcastle owner, doesn't really want to sell. Like he's making so much money out of it. There was no way he was gonna sell.
And finally, getting stabbed by a pencil can leave a mark on your skin for decades.
Sorry.
Oh,
Is that what's all over your face?
It's been all over my body, man. Got scars for life.
So the NBA is finally here. The competition has finally begun. The NBA campus has been some sort of a fun show. Sweet Lou's Magic City Conundrum. Alex Caruso is keeping his sister's wedding. We will try to replicate it in our role play segment later in the show. But let's first hand out some awards, pre-pandemic awards, basically. Shall we?
Absolutely. I mean, before we get into that, let me just give one award to Lou Williams, man. I mean, you do what you want to do. Some of the best chicken wings are in the strip club, so you gotta sit down and take it.
This leads to a really good question, a really interesting question. So, who would be your pick for the first player to violate the bubble protocol?
Oh, since we're talking about strip club, I'm going with James Harden, man.
Why so? James Harden.
He needs a strip club in his life. Either he's playing basketball or he's in strip club. That's the only 2 things that James Harden knows.
I actually saw his viral video. I think he was in Bahamas or somewhere last year, and he was distributing money to just random stranger like in the street. It was pretty nice of him, though.
Yeah, like the NBA did the barbershop in every street or in the campus. They should also do a little strip club for the players so they can enjoy that.
Do you think that barbershop is good enough for James Harden's beard?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it has to be. I mean, it's good. I think it's good enough for Adam Silver here, so it should be good enough for James Harden.
Guess who I've gone with?
J.R. Smith.
Close, but it's Rudy Gobert.
Oh, come on, man. I mean, I think he might be the only person responsible now, since he was the one who got the virus first. So I think the league is watching him, so he'll be extra careful right now.
That's why I picked him. So it all started with Rudy Gobert in a way. Their team, Utah Jazz, has been really impressive, but has it been your most impressive team this season?
No, I don't think so. Utah has been as impressive as last year, but I'm going to go with Toronto Raptors.
Why Toronto Raptors and why not Heat or the Thunders?
Because their best player, Kawhi Leonard, left the team, and you obviously, when your best player leaves the team, there's always that downfall. But Toronto Raptors, man, I think they are second or third, I think, in the East, with Siakam and Lowry. So
Fair enough, fair enough. The team that has impressed me the most is the Miami Heat and the Oklahoma City Thunder as well. You see, nobody expected Thunder to be this good, especially after trading for Chris Paul and trading away their best player, Russell Westbrook.
yeah, but who you picking? OKC or Heat? Because we're picking one.
So I'm gonna go with Heat. Just because they're in the East, they have better chances of going further into the season.
Since we did talk about the teams, who has been your most impressive and disappointing player of the season?
So for the most impressive player this season, I would have to go with Chris Paul, man. Listen, this guy has been amazing. Nobody expected him to do this good. For the Thunder side, that was expected to slide down the table, and Chris Paul, he was expected to be traded away after being traded to Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think I couldn't agree more. Chris Paul has to be the most impressive player this season, just because I think Thunder had 0.4% chance to make the playoffs.
0.4.
Yeah, and now they are actually, well, they will actually make the playoffs. So I gotta give it to Chris Paul. And on the other side of the coin, how about Mike Conley for the most disappointed player of the season?
Yeah, he really has been disappointing for the Jazz. I've been watching his decline over the years, especially after signing that max contract with the Memphis Grizzlies.
Forget the season. I just placed an over-under for 4.5 assists for him to get today, and he ended up on 4. So that tells you his season is pathetic, man.
I blame it on you because you knew he was going to be terrible, and he has
Maybe.
been terrible. For me, it has to be none other than Karl Anthony Towns. The dude has just been a massive disappointment over the past couple of years. He hasn't been leading by example. He was the number 1 pick. He has all the skill sets. He can shoot beyond the arc. I mean, he can guard shooters as well, but dude just been disappointing, just as a leader as well.
Yeah, I think he's still in shock by the Jimmy Butler practice game.
Talking about game or practice game, which has been the most exciting game?
The most exciting game I watched this season has to be the Houston and Boston game at the Garden, when Jalen Brown hit the game winner to tie it up, went to overtime. The Celtics lost, but still. And also the game that Zion Williamson made his debut.
Yep.
That was when he made 4 threes in a row. Boy, that building was exploding, man.
I feel like all of us were rooting for him, weren't we?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was a long wait to get him to see him in the court.
And he's in the court right now.
They just lost by 2 points to the Jazz.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought they had a really good start. They had a huge lead at the half. He'll be at the bubble. Fortunately, he overcame some family issues.
I think the season is over for Pelicans. Done.
Let's hope that's not the case from fans.
It's over.
Talking about over for the teams, among the teams or among the players who aren't in the bubble, who has been the standout?
I was going to go with Bradley Beal, but I mean, he's always been impressive. He's been carrying the Washington team after John Wall got injured, but I have to go with Trae Young.
Oh, come on, man. Why did you have to pick my choice today?
Because you picked Chris Paul.
I picked Trae Young too. He's been leading the franchise, and Atlanta Hawks have been crying out for their leader, especially from that point guard position. I think this is the first time since 2014 or 15 the Hawks have been quite relevant from a leadership standpoint.
Who you got for coach of the year? Or so far, because the NBA is not gonna put these games into the awards anymore. So basically the regular season is over. It's done. So who is the coach of the year?
See, I remember we've had this discussion before. I have two choices, but I would have to boil down to one. But Eric Spoelstra for me pips Nick Nurse by a hair, because Eric Spoelstra for the Miami Heat, he's been just fabulous, and the way he got his team going this season, all those rookies and Jimmy Butler, who is always known as a volatile character. So, in order to integrate those stars, those star and up and coming stars, fair play to the man.
Yeah, I think I'm sticking to Nick Nurse. Well, I won't say sticking to, but I think I'm going to go with Nick Nurse just because the way Raptors are playing right now without Kawhi Leonard.
Fair enough. I've already mentioned how good the Toronto Raptors have played this season. Like I said, they lost their best player, and
The guys like Powell and Van Fleet, I mean Ibaka, Lowry, and especially Siakam, they've been great so far.
Yeah, these average players, they are punching above their weights basically.
Yeah. So for the next segment, I think we did get some footage from the NBA bubble, exclusively from the Orlando campus. I think it got sent out to one of our emails. So we listened to it, and we're gonna try to give you a little narrative of it. So Prozil is gonna act like Adam Silver, and I'm gonna act like the player. So we're gonna have a conversation.
I'm excited for this.
All right. So you ready to play Adam Silver?
Yep, I'm ready to play Adam Silver right now. I'm ready to be in Adam Silver's shoes later in my career. Let's just get that out there.
All right. So first you gotta shave your head.
I'll have to think twice.
Commitment, bro. Commitment. All right. Let's go.
Hello.
Yo, this is JR. Can I get some Henny in my room 206?
JR, it's 3 a.m. This is Adam Silver.
Oh.
This is Adam.
You know what day it is? It's Taco Tuesday.
Come on, LeBron. It's Wednesday.
Oh, but for real though, I just saw Giannis and Kawhi together outside the bubble.
They're playing the game right now.
Damn it. I'll try again.
Adam here. What? Jimmy Butler made the whole squad practice at 2 a.m. in the hallway?
Yo, this is Hachimura from the Washington Wizards, man.
Wait, why are the Wizards here? Why?
This is Josh Hart. My Wi-Fi is not working, man.
It's 3 a.m., dude. Don't you have a game to play tomorrow?
Oh, I thought this was IT. Please don't tell my coach. Oi, mate. This is Ben Simmons, eh? I got a violation against Giannis to report.
What is it?
I saw him making 3 points in the practice, man.
That's not a violation. Maybe you should do it too.
This is James Harden. I got a violation to report against Denver Nuggets.
You mean the whole team?
Yes. I think they got 3 players over 6 and 8 in their team.
Sounds like Houston got a problem. Adam Silver.
Yo, you're not going to believe this, man. I'm staring right now at Kawhi, Giannis, Harden, and Embiid together outside.
LeBron, I'm behind you.
Oh, hey, buddy. Nice haircut. That's it. I can't take it anymore. I need Boban back, man.
Tobias, you gotta move on, bro. He's with Luca now. Adam speaking.
Nick Nurse here. I really appreciate for allowing us to be here in the epicenter of pandemic, unlike Canada.
Don't worry. We had to, since y'all are defending champions.
You know what time it is?
Time? What?
It's Dollar Dame time, bro. If you give Zion the Rookie of the Year, just keep in mind, I'll pop the bubble up and I'll spread the virus.
Zamorant? Who is this?
No, it's Kendrick Nunn. Can we at least get some passes for the rides?
No, you can't. Who is this?
This is Levert from the Nets. I mean, that's the only reason we are here, so we can get some rides in. And definitely not basketball, since all our teammates bailed out.
Well, as long as 5 of you show up to the game, we are good.
Yo, my man, can I get the handy now?
Damn it, JR. It's me again.
Oh, I forgot again, just like the scores. ESPN investigation finds coaches at NBA China Academics complain of players' abuse and lack of schooling. Veteran running back LeSean McCoy has reached an agreement on a one-year deal with Tampa Bay Buccaneers, ESPN Adam Schefter reported on Thursday.
First of many former top stars to join Tom Brady.
I don't know why he left though, because Damian Williams said he's opting out of the 2020 season.
Yeah, it's up to Kyle Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah, the rookie, right?
Mm-hmm. Do you think they actually gave LeSean McCoy a contract, or he rejected a contract from Chiefs?
I think they're just putting the faith on the rookie. Because I mean, come on, it's Kansas City, man. Mahomes will be throwing pretty much 70% of the game. I think he'll cover. I think he can.
I'll make him my RB1 for this fantasy season if I can.
Ezekiel Elliott will be happy to hear that.
I can't betray Ezekiel Elliott.
You just said you were going to put RB1 to Edwards. So what do you mean?
Elliott as RB2.
And finally, in 2019, Panda Express served over 100 million pounds of orange chicken.
The worst restaurant ever, man. I don't even want to go back to
Dude, the
Panda Express.
teriyaki chicken is fine though.
I mean, I'm just tired of it. See, there was one summer, I think back in 2015 or 16, when I was literally eating it every day just because I liked it. And I think I overdid it.
Yeah, I mean, if you do too much of the teriyaki sauce with the chicken, after a week, everything just tastes like teriyaki, man. I mean, I can actually taste the teriyaki right now in the water.
Yeah, I mean, it says the dude who drinks alcohol basically every day and just doesn't even get tired of it.
No drinking today. I got a game later.
Oh, you got a game today?
Yeah, we got a Thursday league game at 9:30 p.m. So no drinking today, man. I'll take that back. I think the team is going to Twin Peaks after the game, so I might get beers in after the game.
The other team might as well give you guys a field goal head start since you're in goal.
Dude, I'm excited, man. I mean, I've been training 3 times a week, so I feel better now as a goalkeeper than ever.
You didn't ask, but I started playing soccer again after an 8-month layoff due to injury, and I've never been this excited, man. Listen, I've missed the physical side of it, the contacts, the sweating as well.
The captain said nobody played bad in the game, so I just figured you did not even show up.
See, the captain wasn't even there, so I don't know where he got that from. Maybe he was referring to the last game he played.
I was just making that up.
So since we're coming towards the end of the show, we'll pick our favorites to win the tournament, the NBA bubble. But first, the trivia reveal. So are you still sticking with the Sixers?
Like I said, I have no idea about it, so I'm just throwing out a name out there. Maybe 76ers or maybe, let's say, Cleveland.
You gotta stick with one.
All right, so I think I'm gonna go with Cleveland now.
I feel like you Google it. Cleveland it is, but
because you stuttered, man, when I said Cleveland. So there you go. I got you.
But so the NBA.
I mean, can we hurry up? I mean, the Lakers and Clippers are playing already.
So what?
What? I gotta go watch the game.
So who do you think is gonna win this game?
I got my money on Clippers. So
talking about Clippers, they've won the previous 2 affairs between these 2 teams. Do you think this regular season affair will have any impact? Let's say if Clippers win today, they will have a 3-0 lead against the Lakers. So psychologically, do you think it will have any impact?
It doesn't matter at all. 0 impact. The Lakers and Clippers might as well just throw in their benches to play this game. But yeah, I'm just rooting for the over.
I personally think it will definitely matter. Still, LeBron and guys have played enough years of basketball already not to take that lightly. But are these two teams favorites as far as Western Conference goes, or are you picking any other teams to make it to the finals, conference finals at least?
Yeah, conference final. I would really be surprised if I don't see Clippers and Lakers in there. But again, since there is no fans, the Clippers are not even bothered by it because half of their stadium has pretty much a Lakers fan in there. But you can totally see Houston Rockets or Denver Nuggets or even Dallas Mavericks, per se, or Jazz. I mean, anyone can make it to the final, or anyone can lose in the first round.
So my picks are the two Los Angeles sides, of course, but I have a feeling that Houston Rockets are the dark horses. They're gonna pull up a huge surprise, perhaps. They have their tails up right now.
Yeah, they're gonna pull up another surprise. Maybe this time 33 missed 3 points in a row. That's the only surprise I'm looking for.
We shall see. As far as the Eastern Conference goes, who do you think is gonna join the Bucks? Of course, or are they capable of not making to the conference finals?
I mean, is there anyone who would pick against Giannis right now?
Maybe not, but weirder things have happened.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw it last year. Kawhi Leonard basically manhandled him in the playoffs. But yeah, I think for the final, I'm going to go with Clippers versus Giannis. Bucks versus Clippers finals.
Who's your other pick for the Eastern Conference final? I would go with Boston.
But definitely Boston. I mean, like I said, like I told you 2 weeks ago, Celtics versus the Bucks. But I wouldn't be surprised if 76ers makes the late push, or I wouldn't be surprised if 76ers manages to lose against Brooklyn Nets.
Is that why you're wearing the green, the Celtic green?
No, this is actually the Michael Scott shot from the Office. It says that's what she said.
Who even cares about Office?
But yeah, you can say about Celtics. I mean, I like the tone of it.
If I show up to an arena and ain't no fans in there, I ain't playing. So they can do what they want to do.
Fans are going to be taken out of NBA arenas very soon, all across the board. If they don't make the decision is going to get made for them. They're aware of that.
Avi, I have a couple of questions from our followers on IG. Shall I get into it?
Let's go.
So this question is specifically for Avi. Everyone knows he hates Houston Rockets. So why do you hate on the Houston Rockets so much?
Just because the way they play, man, it's disgusting. I mean, it's like me and my couple of 4 buddies going into a park and just standing there shooting 3-point by taking turns each time. I mean, there is no chemistry, and you can say Westbrook is getting better, but that team has been a disaster in every playoffs game. James Harden, I hate his game. I mean, he's probably standing on the free throw line more than he's actually doing anything on the court. The only thing James Harden will ever be known in basketball court would probably be for his beard, and that's about it.
I just hope Houston does well this time, man. Seeing all your hatred towards them, I'm just rooting for them to do good or to do better this time.
Yeah,
so
they can. I
shut
mean,
you up.
Yeah, I mean, reach the Western Conference final, then I'll probably give some credit to it. But I guarantee you, they'll not. The only thing they're gonna give is more disappointments towards Houston City. All right, so this question, I think you're more qualified to answer than me, since it's related to Cowboys. I think Bill Belichick got an eye out for your defensive end, Lawrence. Do you think if he comes in, Cowboys should trade their first round pick to
DeMarcus Lawrence?
Yeah.
For a first rounder from the Patriots?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. With my eyes closed. Listen, DeMarcus Lawrence has been such a disappointment after his franchise tagged season. He's, I think, probably 7th or 8th highest paid player in the league for the year 2020. Dude just been paid 20 odd million for a year, and his production has been terrible last couple of years. First, give me first rounder, 29th, 20th, whatever pick, even 32nd pick. I don't care. Just get rid of DeMarcus Lawrence. The salary cap and the garbage that he has been ever since he signed that contract.
Well, since you put it that way, all right, I'm going to go with, how about a second round?
Second round, that's a tough one. Since we'll get rid of his huge salary, second round might not be too bad. But if it's Patriot second round, then we're looking at somewhere around late 50s, 60. That's too much. I mean, first rounder.
Or maybe, maybe Lawrence is just playing in a bad system because, Patriots got a better defensive system than the Cowboys have. And, Bill Belichick is one of those guys who hates playing the players, and he mainly focuses on the players on the defensive end rather than the offense. So if he's looking towards Lawrence, I think he would be happy to trade away a first-round pick for him.
First rounder, definitely. With my eyes closed, I'll invest that first rounder on someone else, especially if we have to pay Dak Prescott next season. In a hypothetical situation, if LeBron missed a game or two, or like let's say even a series, NBA conference final, let's say against Clippers, so Anthony Davis had to lead his side. Would he be capable enough?
I mean, Anthony Davis is leading the Lakers in every stats except the assist. So basically, Anthony Davis is the one that's the key factor to the Lakers squad than LeBron James. I mean, I saw LeBron James last year with Lakers. Didn't even make the playoffs. So,
I mean, he didn't even play half the season.
Dude,
before injury.
What do you mean half the season?
Yeah, like he was injured after the Christmas.
He was injured 2 months.
Christmas. Yeah, but he didn't play the entire season, like half the season.
He was injured 2 months. He came back. He posted onto the playoffs and then went 3 for 14.
Did he even finish the season last season?
Yeah, I mean, not the last. After the Lakers were not able to make the playoffs, then he sat down sipping wine on the bench.
Yeah. So to the initial question, Anthony Davis, as good as he is, they'll struggle without the LeBron, because LeBron is the spine of the team. He might not have the statistics that he used to have, but he's just the spine of the team, and he breathes life into this Lakers team. Without him, it's just a bunch of misfits.
Yeah, we saw it last year, like I said. With Anthony Davis, at least the Pelicans made the playoffs.
Last year was a one-off. He had that groin issue the whole year. So keep those questions coming in, guys. We love to hear from you as well. Do subscribe to us on our various platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and such.
And hit the notification button so you get notified when we drop in the new episodes.
So also follow us on Instagram. We have lots of memes, news, reviews, and everything.
Poll questions, which we discussed on the show. And also just send us your feedback. Just hit us on the DM. If you don't like any of the words coming out of Prozol's mouth, just go after him. I don't care. I mean, I would love it. Anything you want to add?
Matter of fact, I would love it too. So we have a great show coming up this coming Tuesday. We're gonna take a quick break this Sunday. Robbie?
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to take break from not talking to you, but yeah, well, we are planning to do a full episode on our team, Dallas Workers, looking into the future and the past and the history and everything. So I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss this show, and I'm gonna miss talking to you as much as Turkey misses Thanksgiving.
They do, actually. They love Thanksgiving turkey. That's the only day they're relevant.
So do join us, guys, for our next episode. It's going to be a great special about Dallas Gurkhas, its history, one of the semi-pro teams here in the United States, based in Dallas, which is rising every year, not just in the sporting fraternity, but also in the community.
Yeah, semi-pro team with one world-class goalkeeper.
Yeah, absolutely. The goalkeeper we have right now is doing is doing tremendously well. In stark contrast to our previous goalkeeper who has moved to Denver.
Has he won MVP yet?
I mean, give him some time. He'll overtake you by
Well,
probably end of next year.
well, I'm rooting for it. I mean, go for it, man. Anything, yeah.
All right, then. That's all for today. Thank you all. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Peace.
NBA, baby.